The day I saw kilishi calories, I wanted to die. I was like, I've just been eating kilishi casually with Gary, and I think I also checked the calories in Gary, and I was downcast. I was emotionally downcast, and I realized that it's not just you can't just be eating anyhow. Hello guys, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my 3 weeks intermittent fasting results. And I know I usually don't talk about my personal life or my lifestyle that much on this channel, but I just felt like this is a current stage in my life that I need to document, if not for others, for myself, so I can look back on my journey and have something concrete to say, yes, this is how I've been so far. So this video is as much for myself as it is for anyone out there who's watching me, who wants to gain some inspiration or who wants to see my results and how I'm doing so far. So this will be the first video in this series, and I hope there'll be many more to come. So I want to start first with my fitness journey so far, and then I'll also be talking about why I started again, and how I've been able to use intermittent fasting to reach towards my goal weight. My fitness journey started sometime in 2018. I've never really considered myself fat or big. I've always had like a thick structure. I have like broad shoulders. I have like a bit muscular stature, but I never really thought of myself as fat until 2018. I wouldn't say fat, but I did gain some weight during that period. And I just went to the doctors, and they told me I had like a low blood count, and I also needed to eat more vegetables. At the time, my diet was crazy. My relationship with food was wacky. It's always been wacky anyways. I was mostly eating junk food, and I barely had any vegetables or fruits in my diet. And the doctor told me that this has led to a low blood count, and I was also bordering on overweight. I was weighing like 70 kg at the time, and I thought that was a lot. So I started on my fitness journey. I did 4-day water fast. I did lots of intermittent fasting, and also a lot of exercise, and it actually worked. I lost about 6 to 7 kg then. I know my weight was fluctuating around 62 to 63 kg, so I think I lost close to 7 or 8 kg back in 2018, 2019. And then the pandemic started, and I gained everything back. I lost all my motivation to go out to work out because we're always indoors anyways. And it was just a very terrible period for me. I gained all the weight back, and my relationship with food got even worse and worse. So what did I do? I decided that I didn't care anymore. So as long as my partner was happy, as long as I was happy, I didn't really feel the need to change my weight or do anything towards my body. And then I was also on birth control, so I think that might have added to the weight gain a bit. But to be honest, I wasn't really fit, and I wasn't eating well as well. So most of the blame rests on my shoulders. I did try sometime between late last year and early this year to get back into the groove, work out more. But I went to the gym, but it didn't last for long. And I think recently I just decided that I don't want to feel bad about myself anymore. It had gotten to a point where I would wake up in the morning and I would just be like, what is this? Like, I look at myself in the mirror, I'm like, who is this? And a lot of people will say, oh, you look great, you don't look so bad. But then I know what I looked like before, and I know what I look like now, and it's definitely not the same. And I just wanted a change. So, I think a friend of mine posted something on her story about how she was controlling eating portions, and I thought, hey, I could try that. Let's see, maybe if I eat healthy. And so this time around I decided to work more on what I put in my body than the physical energy that I extend, because I live a mostly sedentary lifestyle. I'm mostly indoors. I work remotely, so I don't go to work. And, that might have contributed to the weight gain because I don't exercise as much. So I thought, well, if I don't have the opportunity to exercise, or if I don't have the zeal to go to the gym, I might as well watch what I put into my body. So I decided to try portion control and intermittent fasting. So earlier this month, on the 3rd, I started intermittent fasting. I think I wasn't as consistent during the first week because I had to travel for work, and I went to this fancy hotel, and I didn't want to miss out on all the hotel food. So I didn't fast for about 2 days in the first week. So I decided I was going to cut out sugar. I was going to control my eating portions, and also track my calories, as well as intermittent fasting. So those were the first steps that I've taken in the past 3 weeks. The first step was to cut out sugar. I dumped out all the white sugar in the house, and stopped buying anymore. Secondly, I bought sweeteners, although I don't use them as much because I don't really think they're healthy. But if I feel like I really need to drink something sweet, I use sweeteners. And then I also started tracking what I eat. During the course of the day, you never know how much you eat, right? You just eat one cracker biscuits there. You eat just fry bread and egg as a snack. There, and then you just keep eating, and before you know it, the calories are piling on. Like a lot of the things I've been eating, I was shocked to realize how much calories were in them. Like just a piece of chicken, or just a piece of beef or something, or even like kilishi. The day I saw kilishi calories, I wanted to die. I was like, I've just been eating kilishi casually with Gary, and I think I also checked the calories in Gary, and I was downcast. I was emotionally downcast, and I realized that it's not just you can't just be eating anyhow. So I decided to start tracking my food intake. I had like this food diary. I use this app called Fat Secrets, and it's helpful because sometimes they have like Nigerian meals there. Sometimes I have to just guess and just try to figure out. Well, the goal is not to know the exact amount of calories I'm taking, but like to get a range. So I'm supposed to be taking about 1,700 calories per day, and I think I've been averaging like less than that each day. So I track what I eat. Most times I skip breakfast because I'm intermittent fasting up until the morning the next day. So I usually eat lunch till around 6:30. Like I try not to let my eating window exceed 6:30 p.m. But some days, I relapsed. There was one day I ate at 1 a.m. because I was up so late, and I don't know what took over me, but that's a story for another day. And there was also sometimes that I would eat at 7 or 9 p.m. But for the most part, I think the second and third week, I really got into the groove, especially this third week. Like I've not skipped a day for the past 1 week, and the results are actually starting to really show. At first, I was fluctuating. I was gaining the weight, losing it, gaining the weight, losing it back. In fact, one time I was even like way beyond my starting weight, but I was able to get see like I was able to see a shift a couple of days ago. Like I hit my first all-time low, and then the next day I hit my second all-time low. What? It's been really encouraging. It's good to see, like, even if it's a tiny change, it's good to see that, okay, your efforts have not been in vain. And I think that's really important, and that's something worth celebrating. So I checked my weight this morning, and I'm currently at 78.7 kg from my starting point, which was 80.1. My all-time high this month has been 80.3, and 78.7 is my all-time low. I hope before the end of this month I'll get down to 77, and next month I'm looking at 75, 72. I also want to incorporate more of exercises like workouts. I did a little bit of high intensity interval training this morning for about 20 minutes while I was in a fasted state. And I read and I looked up some research online, and I heard that it helps. If you take a look at the results, you might not see like huge or massive changes, but I definitely see some changes, especially around my back. I think the most difficult part of my weight is in my tummy. Like the most of my weight lies in my tummy, and there's still a long way to go in terms of that. But I'm excited for what's to come. So if you watched this far, thank you so much for watching. And if you would like to keep seeing my journey, if you'd like to be updated on what's going on, make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. So thank you very much for watching this. That's just it. Catch you next time. Bye.